Hello everyone, welcome to a slime wrencher video. Now I don't really do a lot of slime wrenching videos. Well, I mean obviously I don't do a lot of slime wrenching videos. You guys would have saw it, but I mean like I don't usually do gaming videos. Is what I meant to say. But I thought slime wrenches would be a good place to start off with gaming now. I mean, I have done gaming things in the past, but that was a long time ago. So I said I was mainly doing vlogs and not coming back to video. But I think that slime wrencher is just a good way to start off gaming again for us. Important gaming. So basically, today I'm just going to be, as you can see in the title, I'm just going to be doing a couple tips for people who first start off playing slime wrencher in the beginning of the game. So yeah. So basically, as you can see, I have 250 energy, bottom left. I have 250 energy, so that is going to be important, because in order to do some of the glitches, you need a lot of energy. So, in order to do some of the glitches we're going to need today, I'd say you need a minimum of 150 energy, and maximum, I mean, there really is no maximum, because you can do it with 150 energy. You just have to either A, get really lucky, or B, just be really skilled. So probably more skilled otherwise. So basically, if you could just upgrade thing in the beginning of the game, it's going to be a jetpack. It costs 350, and then you can upgrade your energy over and over again. There's a thing called Power Core, and then Power Core 2, and then Power Core 3. Get 250 energy. I don't have anything else, so you can see probably how far I am in that game. So basically, it's turning nighttime, but it doesn't really matter. It can be nighttime, it can be daytime, so yeah. Let's get into the bitches. So basically, first glitch that I'm going to show you guys is actually pretty simple to do. It's how to, I forget what it's called, it's how to get into this green region up here without a key. So if you've ever played a slime wrencher before, I'll go ahead and show you in a minute once I get there, but there's going to be a door with a key on it. Now you need a slime key to get into the door, and slime keys can be obtained by feeding these huge slimes that if you pop them, they essentially just give you a slime key which can open up doors that are locked. So, in order to get into that green place, you need to unlock a door. But I know a glitch, which I'm going to show you guys, that can make it so that you don't actually need to see how that door's locked for me. That's what a the door being locked is like. So, yeah, this is the door right there. So, the reason why you need a jetpack for this glitch is actually, well, there's a lot of things you can do with jetpack, and if you keep playing the game, you'll probably find these glitches by yourself, but, I mean, if you're not really a hardcore gamer, and you don't really, spend, hardcore gamer, if you don't really spend enough time on the game, then you won't really notice. So, basically what I just did there was I, went from the dock onto that pole right there, and then I went up here. So basically how the jetpack works is you can only go so high with the jetpack, but if you jump on that, you can get up to here, and then you're on the other side of the door. So this requires the slime key to open, but I've on the other side of the slime key door, so I don't really need it. And you're not trapped in here, you can get out. All you have to do is just go up, just like that, and you're up. And then you go this way, use your jetpack, and bam, you're back here. So that's how you get into that green place right there, without a slime key, because slime keys take a while, and I didn't use a slime key for that door because that's the easiest. Oh wait, no, I'm going the wrong way. The other glitch is also over here. I forgot about that. Those guys hit you, by the way. Stay away from those guys if you're not in the game. So, yeah, so the other glitch is over here. The green place, why you want to get in there is because it gives you more slimes and stuff, and yeah, basically just progresses you on the game. So, you'll be greeted with this chest thing. It doesn't really matter. You can open the chest. You don't really have to do anything with it. Launch these things in the ocean. I mean, not early in the game. I can keep those, but I mean, maybe if you're late in the game, maybe they don't really have a use anymore. Basically, you're just gonna want to fly with your jetpack all the way to here. Now, I said you could do this on 150. I definitely did not do it on 150 there, but you can. It definitely is possible. I've done it before, but it's just a whole lot easier with 200 and 50. I'm pretty sure the max you can get. I don't know if there's any more max. I'm not that far into the game. Like, I'm not too far into the game, but I am far enough to know these kind of glitches that I just showed you guys. So that glitch, actually, that I just showed you guys, hits you into this purple and blue place. Otherwise, you need a key from this to get into this blue/purple place from the red place. I'm not going to show you where that key is because I already opened that one. Unfortunately, when I started the game, I didn't know that that was the actual thing. So I went up and opened the blue and purple area without knowing that you could easily get in there for free. And definitely that one's harder than the other one. The other one's pretty easy. If you, let's just go ahead and fall in this water to let you show what happens. So if you fail to do the glitch in the water, you'll be knocked out and you'll go right back to your house. And then you'll sleep until the next day. Yeah, so you'll just sleep until the next day. So basically, that's about it for the glitches part of this video. But there's actually some more things that I would like to say to you guys about like slimes and what you do with them. So good things to do in the beginning of the game would definitely be to get a coop really fast in gardens. Now, you don't really need a coral because, I mean, in the beginning of the game, you definitely, you're going to get corals, but in the beginning of the game, it's not as important as getting gardens. So gardens are about 250 coins, as I believe. Gardens can really grow any plant. What you do is you just launch the plant into this machine. It'll let you launch a plant in the beginning, and then it'll grow whatever that plant is. So as long as you found that plant, then you'll be fine. And what I'm talking about with coops is that there's hens in this game. So if I go in here, there's a bunch of hens over here, and there's a bunch of hens over here. Now, often, people who don't really play the game that much will go ahead and just upgrade their coral to maximum. And while you are going to have a good coral, it's going to take you a lot longer to get all the food that you need and for your slimes that you put in your coral. Plus, you're only going to have really one coral, so it doesn't make much sense. And I would start with the pink slimes in the beginning. It's actually a really good way to make money. So these little pink slimes over here. It's actually a really good way to make money for the beginning. It gives you about 10. Once you get that jetpack, though, it's really a game changer, and you can just pretty much get any slimes you want. But you don't really want to rush things. I'd take it easy until you have a couple of gardens, a couple of slimes, like the pink slimes. And there's a blue slime called the rock slime here. Let me just show you. Here's a couple rock slimes. Maybe if you have some rock slimes, tabby slimes. And I also see a lot of beginners do a mistake. My friend actually, Dark Killer 487. I think that's what his name is. No, that was his old name. Grim Rogue. Pretty dumb name, but it's Grim Rogue 487. He just started to play the game, and he was wondering why his phosphor slimes only appear at night, were disappearing. Now, they were disappearing from his cage because they didn't have this thing called a solar shield. Now, this solar shield will, well, as it says, it will encase a coral in a dim shade, protecting slime sensitive to light. And phosphor are actually really sensitive to light, so they will disappear in somewhere during nighttime. I don't really know when they disappear at nighttime, but it definitely has happened to me before in the beginning of the game. I don't really want it to happen to any of you guys, so just get a solar shield. It's going to take you longer to get these guys, but definitely want to get a solar shield in the beginning of the game. I'm going to work for that. But I would get vegetable oils or fruits and the gardens before you get in the coops, before you try and max it out to get the solar shield and everything. Now, I see a lot of newbies kind of just buying everything in the order that it says to. Music boxes I wouldn't get in the beginning of the game. It costs a lot of money. Well, compared to what, like, it's not a lot of money to me, but you could buy high walls for the same price you can a music box. Now, a music box is very good for advertising slimes. What did I say? What? Hold on, let me read that. It's agitation, like agitated slimes. Yeah. All right, there you go. And there's not really any agitated slimes in the beginning of the game. I mean, there's the rock slimes, and if you go in there, they do hit you, so watch out for that. If you die, you lose everything in your inventory, like I said, falling off that cliff. Well, I didn't say that, but, I mean, if you fall off the cliff, you saw that I got knocked out, that also erases all your stuff. But there's really not any agitated slimes until you get released into the middle of the game, so music boxes kind of waste the money in the beginning of the game. Air nets are definitely very good, but they can be broken. It can take a few hits before needing to recharge, so it'll be broken and everything will be able to escape. Now, that doesn't usually happen unless your slimes are very agitated, but phosphor slimes don't really get agitated, which are the ones that can fly. So, I mean, crystal slimes, I've never had crystal slimes escape on me before, but, yeah, I've never really had good luck with the air nets, but, there's one thing that I need to tell you guys. So I don't really have a tar slime with me here. Tar slimes are like the bad slimes, and try and eat you and your slimes and everything around your slimes, like chickens. I think they eat. I don't know. I think they eat other slimes. They definitely eat other slimes, and they definitely try and eat you. So they eat slimes, and their favorite snack is ranchers, and ranchers are you. So, the only way to stop tar outside of incinerating it... Okay, I can just tell you all that stuff. So, it's basically, you can incinerate them with fresh water and incinerating it. But, I had the bright idea when I was when I first started my world to actually capture tar and put it in here with the air net. And I had like a maxed out cage and everything. Now, the bad thing that happened was, the tars are actually very smart. They bounce up and down until the air net breaks, and then they break everybody else's air nets, and then they go in and eat your slimes. And when tars eat your slimes, they duplicate, so then your whole thing is just run over with slimes, run over with tars. And you don't have any more slimes, and you're just kind of at that point where, wow, okay, never do that again. And I'm here to tell you, just don't do it at all, so... Tar slimes, they look exactly like they do. Unfortunately, I don't have any of them right with me here. Well, I guess it's fortunately, because, I mean, they're really, like, it's not good if you have them at your farm. But basically, it's just tar. Pretty basic. Yeah, basically what this says is just the biggest threat to ranchers in the game. And I guess, yes, that and falling. Falling can be really tough, too, because you have a lot of stuff that is very good. Now... on you and when you die. But what I was gonna say is that the best slime, I think, in my opinion, to get in the very, very beginning of the game, like if we're talking very, very beginning of the game, if you just started, I would try for the pink. I would get the pink slimes in the beginning, at least get enough for the jetpack, and then try and get the rock slimes if you get double nets. Because then you can have a lot of rock slimes in a cage without them bouncing out. Rock slimes actually eat vegetables, so if you just have a lot of carrots in these gardens, then you'll be able to feed them a lot, and they do give you a lot. And now, they really like these heart things. Now, I don't know exactly when they come into the game, but they definitely do come in early. You'll be able to get those pretty easily, and they give you 2 plorts instead of 1 plort, because it's their favorite food. Now, tars don't give you plorts, so don't let them eat you, they won't do anything. Q-berries, they come in pretty easily in the game, another one of those fruits, and phosphor slimes, eat those. Phosphor slimes are very, 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 very good for income, even in pretty late game, mostly because it's just, you can just throw a bunch of fruit, because you're going to have a lot of fruits, and there's not that many things that eat fruits. And phosphor slimes can be good to eat fruits. I mean, if you have something that's better for fruits, then I'd use that one. But phosphor slimes, I guess, like, mid-game can actually be very good if you have a bunch of them in a cage. You just kind of chuck these Q-berries at them, which aren't very hard to find in the beginning of the game, or in the middle of the game. And they gobble this up. Sorry about that, I'll put those up 2 cuties in a sec. But they just gobble this up, and just write that up. And then you can go in and collect all the ports, or you can get these things called port collectors, and you can stock up with food. Food is not really this this food thing. I don't really use it. I just kind of chuck the food into there. I don't really use it. Definitely feed your slimes, though. They'll really become agitated if you don't feed them. So that's the only thing I definitely recommend, is to feed your slimes. That's 100%. If you don't feed your slimes, they're going to escape somehow, and you're not going to know how, but they definitely are. So yeah. Also, what I see other people do is putting slimes together in the same cage. Now, a lot of people don't really know what this does exactly, so the slimes poop these little things out that you can sell for money. These things, if another slime eats it, the slime becomes a Largo. Now, beginning players don't really know what Largos are, so they think something bad happens. Not really. These are Largos. So, have you seen? So the phosphor slimes, I mixed them with a boom slime, and now they're here. So they look a little different. They're a little bigger. You can't put them into your inventory as you can slime. You pick them up like this, see, and then you throw them. You can't really do the same thing. They're pretty much the same, except when they eat something, they give both the ports. So this guy would give me rad slime ports and crystal ports at the same time. So they're actually a lot more efficient in the end game. So there's nothing really wrong with Largos. If you wanted, some people do non-Largos. It's a lot more efficient to do Largos. You don't have to, but eventually, when you get farther into the game, you're gonna eventually need to if you want to have every slime in your farm. I don't know. I don't really like the idea of Largos. I'm definitely gonna do them soon, but right now I just kind of like how I have just the one. I mean, it's a lot less efficient, but I kind of like it. So don't put your guys in a cage in the beginning unless you want to, because these slimes will be a lot harder to take care of, because they don't have 2 abilities, and so if they get aggressive towards you, then they will be able to use both their abilities against you. So this guy, you can turn invisible, and this guy can blow you up. So that invisible and blowing up could just, I don't know, it could destroy you. So I don't really recommend Largos in the beginning of the game, but I do recommend Largos in like end game. I do recommend Largos in the end game, even though I'm not using it. I do recommend it. To some people, I know a lot of my friends who actually use Largos, and they've beaten the game, and they've started new accounts, and this game's really fun. You can do it over and over again. Yeah, but if I had to leave off this video with one last little piece of advice, was to be like it would be, and it is gonna be, this little favorite bar in your Slimepedia. So you just go ahead and press the menu button, and it says resume, go down to Slimepedia, go to the RB, go to the slimes. Big slimes, they don't have a favorite, you can feed them anything. Rock slimes, they have a favorite, heartbeat. Feed this to them, you get 2 ports instead of 1 port. It's very, very good, and it's very important that you always feed the slimes what they like, what their favorite is. Now, if you don't have a favorite, it's fine, but if you do have a favorite available, then I would give the favorite to them. Obviously, because they give you 2 ports, and then you can sell that for money. For their diet, you can see what they eat. They only eat veggies, so if you were to give them a chicken, then they wouldn't eat the chicken, and it's like their least favorite thing ever. Also, sorry about this, but forgot about this when I said that was going to be the last thing. This is actually going to be the last thing, I think, unless I come up with something else. Tell beginners about Slime Rancher. These are the prices. So you want to sell a plort if it's going up in price. See, this is going to go up in prices. So if I wait for this to go up, then I will have a decent I will get decent revenue back. But if it's super down, then I want to wait for it to go back up, so that then I can sell it. See, a bunch of the stuff is going down, but this is going up, and this is going up, so this is going to go up eventually. Now, the stuff that's going down will eventually come back up, so I wouldn't sell one of these phosphor ports unless it's at least 25 to 30, because that's really good for phosphor slimes. But everything really has its different, it really depends on what slime. See, this one, 390. You're not going to get 390 out of a phosphor slimes. I don't think anyone has ever done that before, but I mean, it's definitely possible, but I have never ever done that before. It's never happened to me, so I don't think beginners have to really worry about that. But yeah, I think that's it. There's this little thing over here that if you talk to it, you talk to either, you can select the rancher. I don't really think this is in the beginning of the game. I think you eventually unlock this. You give them what they ask for, and they'll give you some stuff in return. Sometimes it's a fair trade, sometimes it's not. Sometimes they ask you for things that you don't have. I don't actually have Tangled Slime plort with me, on me. I don't have Tangled Slimes. Definitely could get them, but I don't have them right now. So I couldn't do this trade, but most of the time they're really good. But some of them are not worth it to beginner players, like the chicken one and the slime one. I mean, it can be if you have an abundance of the things that you're using, but it can also be disastrous if you give them all your chickens and they're only giving you like 250 gold. Dude, that's not gonna cut it. What I also wanted to say here is if you try and do a glitch here, you can buy an expansion to your ranch. Now, you might be thinking that this glitch might work, but it's not a key, so if you try and get in here, it's gonna put a pink force field so that you can't get in here. You actually have to physically buy this one with coins. Now, there's a difference between buying stuff with coins and using the slime keys. You can glitch to the other side. But this one, they cover the ceiling, they cover everything. So even if you do get on the rocks, you can't get over here. Now, there is a spot where you can get to right here, but this teleporter doesn't really work, I don't think, unless you have... I don't think it works. It may work once you discover that place, but you can't get into that fishing place, and you can't get into this, as far as I know, without actually buying the place where you want to go. This also is the same for the cave one. I tested them both out earlier today, and yeah, none of them works, sadly. So, yeah. So that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed this new slime rancher thing, and I will definitely start a series on this, starting a new account definitely soon. I don't know really when. I don't know really when I'm going to get the time to. I mean, I definitely do have the time to do it, but my family, easiest way to put it, my family, I have a lot of younger kids in my family, so they will knock on doors and make a bunch of noise when I'm trying to record a YouTube video, and it's really hard to record a YouTube video, because then as soon as they do that stuff, then I have to redo the YouTube video, and sometimes I'll be 20-30 minutes into it, and then I'll get really mad, and like, I don't know, I won't really do anything, but I will get really mad, and then I'll probably just stop recording. Because it does get really frustrating after you have so many interruptions at so many times. Yeah, that's about it for this video. I don't know when that Let's Play series is going to come out, or the series, I don't know, it's not really Let's Play, I don't know, when that series is going to come out. Definitely soon, though. I would like definitely to get back in gaming now. I don't really know if this, video format's going to work, or anything. It's actually, brand new to me, so yeah, I'm trying to do something a little bit more creative here. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna do the bot podcast soon too. I don't really know when I'm gonna do the bot podcast, because there's been a lot of stuff going on YouTube, but not really in the world, and that's really what the bot podcast is about. I mean, there is a lot going on in the world, but I mean, I've covered a bunch of the really, really big stuff. That's there, and that's pretty much what I do in the bot podcast. So, yeah, I hope you enjoyed. This has been Corbin Gaming. Slime on the slime wrencher tips and tricks for beginners. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. Peace.